Okay,
All right.
we are recording again. So we froze all the way around on my connection, and Tammy said Mercury retrograde, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, it started last week. So
I know. And I just have to say, my daughter was just saying this morning with her with her meetings online, there was several problems, and we were laughing about it, going Mercury retrograde. And I'm like, oh gosh, I hope Julie and I don't have a problem. Oh well.
yeah, we
Okay.
did. But Tammy
Yeah,
was in the middle of this excellent information. So would you?
that's okay. That's okay. I'll just pick up wherever they guide me to. So what we're kind of, just to remind you what we're talking about. Um, so they're talking about how a lot of us are kind of, living in our past a little bit because we're uncertain of sort of the future coming up for us, which is understandable. But, they were saying that you have to remember that your past, those pleasant memories in your past, were once your future. I get it. It sounds funny to say that, but I hope you understand what we mean by that, right? That you were once in that you created your future in that lovely moment that you is now a memory of the past. So it's okay to keep the dreams big, to keep seeing ahead, letting yourself know that you're going to be able to accomplish the things that you want to do. The more, remember, the more that we're visualizing as a whole about really positive things, the more likely we're going to be drawing that like vibration to us. So if that means, oh, I can't wait to get back out there and travel, right? A lot of people are thinking that exactly. Then think if we're all thinking that and just putting that really beautiful energy out there, right? So that, that most likely, well, we will be having that eventually anyway. We'll get back to it as we know logically. So, so I would just say again, not to dwell about things of the past that you think you will never have again. Yes, some things, you will move on from, definitely, but you're marching in the right direction. Please take a breath, they're saying right now. Please take a breath and know that in time we will be able to go in the direction of our dreams once again. But the going is now, they said. So start it now. Start the manifestation, start your visualizations, writing down your goals, your dreams, your desires, and carve the path. It just showed me like a path and it's being weeded out, like somebody's chopping off all the, vegetation or whatever, right? Just chopping a path, so that you can see the end result for yourself. So remember those past memories that keep coming up for you, that you sometimes feel sadness around, but they were actually happy things. We're talking about the happy ones, right? Remember again, you were once in a situation where that was your future. So you will have this again. Now, memories of the past that are not so pleasant, we usually like you to move away from those for obvious reasons. But taking time to really feel what the lesson was for you in it, because that's what it was about, especially if it's that there's a heavy emotion around it. Take some time to be with it in that regard, but do your best to release things of the past that no longer serve you, as the saying is. And they're emphasizing that because there's so much truth to that. It is a weight for us if we're holding on to the things that are negative that we can't do anything about, right? But they were there for a reason. We know that.
So funny when you talked about that. I saw this picture of this weight around a person's neck. I was just like,
Yeah. Exactly. And it's so often I think that people really go down that path, because thinking about what's ahead in the future is can be daunting, and not knowing if you're going to get what you want. You will always get what you need. You may not always get what you want, but sometimes you do. And they will always say that to me. It's like, you're going to get what you came into this lifetime knowing that you need, you innately need. Yeah. Now, somebody who is, let's say, very wealthy, right? And wealth seems to come to them easily. We can say, well, what about that guy? Well, I'd say that guy came in with that need. That was going to be the experience this person needed to have. It doesn't mean you can't obtain that, but you truly will get the things that you need. You can always work on the things you want with your visualizations, manifestations. Many people do, manifest things that they've always wanted to have. but the things that you came in to learn about, you're going to create around you. That's why it appears sometimes that, you know, somebody might have things so easy for them and others don't. It's about the lessons you've brought in. So be happy with, you know, what you have, but look forward to the future as well of what you know that you can manifest. So I hope that makes sense to everybody, that they were really talking a lot about that this
Perfect,
morning.
perfect manifesting. I mean, perfect sense. And as you were talking about that, you know, it used to be, well, I'm just going to say it this way. So they're allowing me to talk here for a minute because,
Mhm.
but we do want to talk about manifestation too. It used to be that I felt like it was sort of happenstance that things would happen and that I would manifest. And now, over the last 10 years, 15 years, even, I would just think of something and it would happen. Truly. I mean, I, and I don't have any special power to do that other than I am a complete, clear um, conduit for that to come from me to source to wherever it needs to go to create. So I was telling Tammy that I went to bed last night. So there's a new novel app that has come out, and it is by, I'm freezing again.
You're yeah, I was just gonna say you're starting to do the glitch thing. You're not frozen yet though. So you can, I can hear you though and everything. You're not frozen completely.
Maybe it's about me slowing down.
Okay, you're okay now.
I'm slowing.
Yep. Let's talk really slow.
I've been a little excited today, so I'm going to slow it down. It seems to be working. Thank you. So I went to bed last night, somewhere between last night and this morning, thinking, I need my $1 million idea, opportunity, because I'm not that far from, I'm kind of what I call semi retired, although I really work just as hard as when I was employed. Uh, I just have more flexibility. But so that I can actually retire sometime in the near, few years, right? And it came to me, and we'll see. I mean, it's going to take a few years probably to build and to see if it works. I got time, and it was just so clear though. I asked for it and they gave it to me. And this is not the first time that has happened. I'm just going to tell you that.
Mhm.
So what they're saying to me is when you are a clear conduit, when you have cleared all those blocks, the manifestation of something is can be as fast as immediate or take, some time to build out. And how do you know if you're clear? If it's happening, you're clear. If it's not happening, you're not clear. And you may say you're clear verbally, but have all those internal blocks holding you back. So we would invite you to just look at where you're at, see if you've got that $1 million idea for yourself. If you're clear to receive it, maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's 100,000. Who cares what the number is? Don't let the number stop you from manifesting it.
Mhm.
Just allow yourself to be present to whatever it is. And if you want it and you think that it will benefit you and your higher self, let it come in. So for me, this was about a collaboration I want to do with my sister on boundary setting work that I already have created, and I want to bring her on board and offer some free aspect of this in what's it called, Clubhouse, in this new app that's called Clubhouse, which is an audio only app. And so we'll go back to what we said in the first part of this, of our Two Psychic Moms video, before I was so rudely frozen, and, which was about all the things that are ahead for novel, that are novel in their approach, novel in their solution, novel in what they provide to people, novel in the opportunities. And so get creative and allow those juices to flow. Allow yourself to dream big. If it doesn't have to be an app that you create, it could just be that you simplify something that has been so hard, and now you've thought of a new way to approach it in a more simplified manner. Yeah, get creative. Embrace your creativity and your ability to manifest, because anybody can manifest anything. We are living proof of that.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is a world full of think it, do it, it is.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. That's a good way of saying it. Yeah. Totally agree with you. Yeah. I mean, we are manifestors. We're born manifestors,
yes.
if that's the right way to say it. And then we get in our own way, you know, as we say, from either beliefs, conditioning, past lifetime things sometimes that we're still working through. But there can be those blocks. But really, it's just it's getting back to the idea that abundance is yours and it's to be had and it's your birthright. So remember those affirmations. Abundance comes to me easily in all positive ways. Probably said it before. It's one of my favorite ones. You can be really specific as what kind of abundance even, but I always add the positive ways because you want to make sure, you know, abundance can come in a lot of different forms. So we
Yeah.
want other positive things. So state it. But yeah, I agree with you, Julie. I think it's something that can happen. And put your fears, if things come up when you start saying, oh, I really want to, you know, see myself doing this, pay attention to what else is coming in for you at that time. Is there any self-talk that's dropping in, some negative, you know, information? Is there somewhere in your body that closes up a little bit when you say, I really want this, I've always dreamed of having this? And then pay attention, I'm just going to say, to words that you might hear, to feelings that you have in your body, because those are going to be indicators as to if there's any blocks, any fears, yeah, to work on, you know, what you may have to work on clearing. And a lot of it can just be getting real with the information that you're getting. Talk to it, talk further to it, talk it. Ask a question, get an answer, go further and further. And then do some clearing, on releasing down your grounding cord perhaps, or any way that you best like to do visuals and meditations in that way. And then affirm. They tell me that's a package. It's a magic package. You got to first kind of look at what's there blocking you, or what you think may be there. And you can get help with that if it's not coming in clear for you. And then, then it's the releasing work, and then it's the affirming, and then letting go. They just said, let go, because you got to trust. Leave the hows and whens to us. They always say, you just do the work, roll up your sleeves, do the best you can do, and you leave the hows and whens to us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be attached to how it's going to come in. You don't need to know that. You don't need to bother yourself with that.
I know. What a burden, right? Even as you said, that's just so true. I mean, think about what that energy is when you're like, oh my God, how's this going to happen? When is it going to happen? Think about what that does to you when you're, you know, holding on to those ideas, right? Instead of the freedom of just, okay, I've done my work, so to speak, my homework, I've done what I can, and now I'm going to trust,
Yep.
you know, in the timing. Because I always say things are, you know, behind the scenes. There's so much more that's going on there, synchronicity, everything, all kinds of things. So you just need to do the work and leave it to us.
So true, behind the scenes. And we just, Felix, darling, what are you doing, honey? Besides driving me nuts. It's as long as you clear yourself. And you know what? It can happen fast, or it can happen as fast or as slow as you allow it to happen. And change can happen in an instant. Sunshine, what are you doing besides making noise here? You can just, okay, I just have to, there you go. Was that helpful?
Want to look out the window?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hard. It really doesn't. It's only as hard as you make it up here. I promise you that. I promise you that. And as Tammy and her guide said, you're just conditioned. You're conditioned to believe something. You didn't come in with that belief. You really didn't. You may come in with some karma to work through it, but you didn't come in with that belief.
Right.
So you can change it as quickly and as easily as you want to do it. Just tell yourself a new story. We create them all the time. You can create a new fun story for yourself.
Yeah. And isn't that freeing? I mean, I would say to everybody listening to this, anybody listening to this, isn't it freeing just to think that you don't have to hold on to that belief, that really you can let that go. Who told you how to hold on to it? Someone might have told you, but is it truth? You know it's not truth. So the release of that is just knowing that can be like, yeah, you're right. I can just, I don't have to worry about it so much. I mean, just do what I need to do, working towards my goals and my dreams, and trust. You know what? There's always going to be somebody else who beats you to the finish line. That's how life is. There's always going to be somebody else who's doing what you would like to do. And darn it, why are they doing it? Why did they get there and I didn't? Love them for it. Let them be your example. Let them be your cheerleader. Let them be that picture of what it is you're hoping to obtain for yourself. So turn it into a positive when you see that. Send love instead of envy, jealousy. Envy is a pretty normal human emotion. I don't think there's anything wrong with envy. It's when we get into the jealousy that it's that deeper, darker, energy that's not good to really hang on to. But envy stirs us sometimes, and envy is sometimes what we need to get us going. So it's okay to be a little envious. You just don't want to think it's never going to happen to me. In fact, I'm just crossing that thought out and just flinging it out now, because we don't want you to ever hold on to that.
Use it as inspiration.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's, thank you. That was well said. Yeah.
And your guides. Thank you.
So hopefully that was our little inspiration moment for today.
Yeah.
Anything else from your?
One day at a time, one moment at a time. I'm hearing again. Remember, try to always practice being in the moment, present. You've heard this many times as a standard statement from a lot of people, I think. But really, that's the truth. You want to really look at, and when you're out there, remember, when you're in some direction you don't really want to be, just go back to the breath. Breathing focuses you every time, brings you right back to grounding. Take 3 nice inhales, exhales, and you're going to be back to where you need to be. It can be scary when we go too far out there. We've talked about that before. I think just that idea that when you're in fear, you're often in some other place you don't need to be, right? You're in a place that you can't do anything about anything right at that moment, most likely. So go back to your breath, go to what's back to real, go again, connect, as we said before, with Mother Nature, get out, touch a tree, be out in the yard. That's going to get you back to being focused in the now and present.
And instead of worrying, how about wondering? Let that sense of wonder, instead of I'm so worried about this, I'm wondering about this. It will open up your third eye, and it will open up this energy above your higher self up here to allow that information to come in and problem solve for you.
Yeah.
When you're stuck in worry or fear or anger, any of these negative emotions, you cannot problem solve. You cannot receive. Let it go. Be in a wondering, curious mode.
That's right.
You can receive information that will support you.
Yep, that's beautiful. And remember, when you're in that, like Julie was saying, if you find you're in that kind of worrisome state, you have to remember again, where you lie your attention attracts that same vibration. So is that what you want to keep attracting to yourself? That in itself can be enough to kind of shake you a little bit and say, oh, I'm gonna switch gears. I'm gonna start, really putting some positive thoughts out there. So let that kind of be a reminder for you if you're in those kind of feelings. You can own them for a minute, figure out where they're coming from, but you really want to work on releasing them, and then a counter affirmation to that fear is always recommended. Helps to break that up. Yeah.
I'm frozen. The cat's irritating. The lights in my eyes.
Glitchy. You're not frozen though.
So
Completely.
glitchy. I think, and I cannot deal with the glitch.
I can hear you well though and everything. No, you're back now, I think. There you go.
So this is such a message from them to say, slow it down.
You know.
So I'm going to slow it down. We got the slow. I know there's a joke or a song about that somewhere, but I can't remember what it is. The slow. I can't remember it.
Yeah, something vaguely familiar to me too, but I don't know what it is.
The slow move with the mic or something. I don't remember. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of it for me. I don't even have any cat stories to tell today.
Yeah, I don't think I really do. Trying to think if I have any. No, just had to put some more, nothing exciting, more flea control on my kitty. Because
Did that too.
did you? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I always know when he starts the whole licking thing, because cats can get fleas in the wintertime. I know you know that if you're a cat lover, but just saying, it's not just the spring or summer. And I've indoor cats, but if we're outside and we bring them in, then, And he starts this licking, 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 licking. And then, of course, he has to,
Oh God, yes. Well, that happens kind of regularly in my house for some reason.
Yeah. So, and it's one thing if they have a real reason like to, but when I know it's just because he's been licking all that hair, and sometimes I'll get it and I'll be able to grab it off his tongue in time, and I feel really empowered when I do that, by the way.
They're so resistant to that, though. They're like, no.
I know, he'll try to do it, and I'm just like really fast, and I just love it when I get it in my hand. It's like, it's such a great feeling.
So
But yeah, so.
It's funny that you say that, though, because I went into the bedroom the other day, and Maggie May, who is she's an indoor-outdoor cat, and sometimes she's very feral, and the other times she's like, oh, I like it when you pet me. Yeah, only me, because, she's still feral. And she rolled over, and I went, what's that?
Oh.
Flea.
Oh man.
And got the flea stuff and put it on her, and then she's of course pissed at me for a whole day.
Exactly.
Nobody, who likes that?
They don't like it. That smell, especially.
But it works, and it makes everybody else happy. So
exactly. Yeah, my cat, Jake, he'll give us the we call it the half-lidded look, where it's kind of can't do it quite like this, but you get my point. The half-lidded look, like I'm really ticked off.
See, your cats are probably willing to be held and stuff. I can't hold Maggie May, but I have to catch her when she's sleeping.
Yeah. Mine are. I mean, we have to hold them, but it's a team effort, and then we kind of plan it out. Have my daughter hold him, and then I come just from the sneak, pet him a little bit, and then squirt that stuff on there.
Careful, they hear us. They know we're coming. Be really careful. I can't think of it's like clear your mind. Think of something happy, not the flea medicine that's going on the back of it, because they know. They really know.
Yeah. And it is nasty smelling. I mean, for the most part it is, but it works. It does. I mean,
what brand do you use? Oh, we probably can't say that, huh?
The one with the A starts with A. The very popular one.
I had to try some new random thing, but because I couldn't get what I wanted, and
yeah, I mean, I've had luck with it, so I continue to use it, and I don't use it that often. It's really when I just start seeing them, have evidence of it.
I don't think it's good to use it all the time, so I don't do it on a schedule either. I just wait until I see them too, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's time.
Anyway, so that's it. I like your brick wall. Is that symbolic of something?
No, brick wall. I hope this isn't like offensive to anybody, but I love brick. I love brick. I think it's a really cool look. And that's why I have it on. I don't want you to think it's like, oh God, brick wall, like stop, or it's none of that. For me, I like brick. I have we just did a nice little new brick walkway in our front yard, and I've got a little bit of brick on a part of our house, just a little bit, and a brick fireplace. And I love the look of brick. So I saw this and thought, oh,
I
actually,
like it.
it's supposed to
I
be a
like
nice.
how you vary your seek. I can't really until I get more Felix, until I get more memory in my computer, which I don't know that that will ever be because it's my desktop.
Oh,
Um, I use this. This is my room. This is my office, and I was told that it's good to be in front of. It's like at the apex of the walls where they join together, and I did not do that on purpose. Just so you all know, it just happened to be that way. This is the way my computer was set up. This is the way it looks in my room and my. I mean, it's just
yeah, no, that works. That works. I would do some of these maybe at my office, but I don't pay for Wi-Fi. So I don't have, so I don't do there. So I do it in my, additional bedroom here, but there's nothing pleasing about it. So
like your backgrounds when you do them. So
different.
I say yes, yes,
Okay.
because I can't do them.
So
So
to embrace the brick today. Just
yes, embrace
embrace
the brick.
the brick. It
We are
isn't.
the brick, but we are not the brick wall. We
It's right.
are the brick. We can walk through the brick.
Exactly. It's a natural stone. Well, is it? Yeah, I
Or
don't.
we just go in between the space, between the space.
Yeah, exactly.
So much between the space, between the space.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well,
So,
I think that's
I want to
great.
put a shout out to our last event that we did too, huh, Julie, with higher healing, well, higher circuit through higher healing, which you can, I don't know if it's actually been posted yet, if that's the word to say. I don't know if it's been, if she's actually put it on yet, but
Great though. You got to watch it. It was so great.
yeah. So do it's the one about the intuitive workshop, and it really was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it, and some great information came through from many of the healers, and then we went through an exercise. And anyway, keep checking for it because it should be up shortly on something, whether it's our Facebook page of Higher Healing or on the website Higher Healing, HIRE healing.com.
Or YouTube, I think, right?
What's that?
Or YouTube,
Yeah,
higher H.
yeah, that's true.
Higher.
Yeah, she might even have it on there already. That's a good point. So,
And
and,
there's gonna
yeah,
and there's gonna be a part two. So which you can find information about that either on the site Higher Healing or on our Facebook page, Higher HIRE Higher Healing. And it was, I mean, it was, I think we had over 30 people. So please, you have to RSVP early and not frequently, just early, and join us. There was just a lot of great information, and we're going to dig deeper, and we're going to go into the Akasha and into the Akasha. I don't know, maybe I'll get to talk about the Akashic records because that's where
yeah,
I channel from.
right.
And yeah, all kinds of good stuff. So I'm excited. Thanks
Yeah,
for reminding us about that,
yeah.
Tammy.
I was just thinking about it, and then we do have another event that we'll be doing on Wednesday, I believe. We should know. I think it's Wednesday, the 3rd. That one is about love, ascension of love. It's kind of just about love. That one is being, advertised, so to speak, on like Facebook, Higher Healing, and Instagram, and so forth. So you might want to check that out and join us with that
Yeah,
for that one as well.
that's from 7 to 8 Pacific time. So
Good time, right?
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank you
we
for
we
those
hope
great
that you join
reminders.
us. Right. So yeah,
Anything else?
nothing else that I can think about. How about you?
Mm, I just realized I have all kinds of things to do, and we have another call in a little while, and I was going to try and get in a walk. And my guides, anything you want to say before we leave? They're like, in the immortal words of Nike, just do it. Whatever it is, just do it.
I love it. Exactly.
So
Yeah. You're not as stuck as you think you are. That's what I just heard along with that. Not as stuck as you think you are. You're going to be all right. I'm hearing that too. I mean, no matter what's going on in your life,
Oh, yeah.
you know, no matter what's going on in your life. So,
Well, thanks for your patience with our glitchiness today. And we'll see you next week. Until then, Julie Hawkins, the Biz Psychic, and Tammy Langowski, Tammy's Intuitive Services, services.
services. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. You'll find us. Thanks for watching, everybody. And remember, if you have anything you want us to channel on that makes sense to do, is, you know, for everybody kind of thing, we're happy to take some questions. So you can put them in the comments, you know, section, and we'd love to play with that a little bit and see what we get.
Please, please, please ask us, ask us, ask us. Well, I can't say that very fast. Okay. Again, slow it down. I think that was the
It's the
jam. That's what it is. It's the slow jam.
the slow jam. That's it. I don't know what that is even, but it's familiar.
It's from oh my God. I can see his.
Maybe somebody can tell us in the comments.
Yeah, tell us in the comments. Okay.
Great.
All right, everyone. We will sign off until next time. To Psychic Moms, have a great rest of the week.
Bye.